Hey folks, it's Mike, the Travelin Ham. Today we're going to learn what's the real deal with the Chinese radios.
Okay folks, here's the deal.
I'm at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. This is gonna be a special one of the most intense trails. This is the operating station.
That's a bear.
Wow, do I really look like a guy with a plan?
The Traveler has
I just do things.
This is a huge, beastly, bulging man. Plates were from Kansas.
All right, folks, this is it. The one Chinese radio video to rule them all. There is so much opinion about these radios out there on YouTube. Are they fabulous? Are they wonderful? Are they horrible? Are they useless? I would encourage you in all things, not just radio, to evaluate things not in terms of what is good, what is bad. People want to simplify things way too much. Radio good, buy good radio. Radio bad, no buy bad radio. Instead, look at a product for what it is and ask yourself, is there anything that it can do for me? Sure, there are quality issues, and this radio is not the same quality as this radio. This radio does not cost near as much as this radio. In fact, I might be able to buy 10 of these for the cost of one of these. So the quality better be different. But if for some reason, let's say I needed to give my 11-year-old boy a radio to use, am I going to give him a radio that costs 20, 30, 40 bucks? You think I'm going to give him the radio that costs $400 or $500? I know which one I'm picking. There's always good use to have a radio that's so affordable, or just a product in general that's so affordable, it's darn near disposable. These can be great starter radios for people that are just looking to get into the hobby. Maybe they just want to listen around a little bit. Maybe they're getting into GMRS. These could work just fine. If you find yourself then wanting to get deeper into radio, I and many other hams would encourage you to look into getting higher quality radios when you know it's something that you're interested in, it's going to work for you, work well for you, and you want to do more with. If you're going to do a lot of transmitting and communicating, or it plays a really important role in your life, it's going to be worth it for you to upgrade to some more Japanese brands of radios, maybe that are in the $100 to $200 range. You can get some really good radios with not a lot of features, which you probably won't use anyway. That'll be really good quality. They'll have better receive, they'll have better transmitters, better range. The other suggestion I would make is, regardless of any other feature, whether it be power, aesthetics, ergonomics, whatever it is, I would always buy the latest version that a brand has to offer. If you want a TID radio, I would recommend you get the TD-H3, which is the latest one to come out. As we saw in my Chinese face-off video, the 5-watt H3 had better range than the 10-watt H8. How could that be? I think it's because this has a better transmitter in it. It's cleaner. It puts less power on harmonics and less just fuzz outside the signal bandwidth that we need, and focuses it more where it needs it and gets more range as a result. I had another commenter that suggested this, the case could be designed better so that it's a better counterpoise to this half. This is only half of the antenna that's up here. You and the case of the radio itself make up the other half. So the case design could be improved in such a way that it improves the transmission of the radio itself. Also a good point. And we've seen a lot of other channels do a lot of testing, spectral purity testing on these radios to see how clean those signals are. And the pattern that has emerged is that the original models, like the original talk pod, the 5-watt talk pod, the first models of this that came out did not test well. And the first few videos weren't terribly great. As the other YouTubers got new versions of the same model, they all tested better. Hopefully that means they're all being manufactured better and the newer versions were cleaner than the old. Everyone seems to think that the 8-watt version, which is the most recent talk pod to come out, is much cleaner than the 5-watt. So it seems like that's a good, reliable trend. The other suggestion I would make is only to use them either on GMRS frequencies or 70 centimeters. It seems like that's where a lot of these radios really shine. And as you start using them on 2-meter frequencies, the signal seems to get a little bit dirtier. But for 70 centimeters and GMRS, most of these perform pretty well. Again, if radio is going to be a fairly serious aspect of your life, if you are getting these to fill more of a serious role, keep in mind that your radio journey probably isn't done when you buy one of these radios. It could be a great place to start. Not everyone has a couple $100 lying around to buy a new radio to figure out if, what's radio going to do for you. You can do that with a cheaper model. And then when you figure that out, okay, now what more expensive radio should I buy to improve my communications arsenal? It might be a Yaesu, it might be an ICOM, might be a Kenwood, who knows? So there we go. Those are my tips. Buy the most recent model, use them on 70 centimeters or GMRS channels, and plan on, in the future, gradually upgrading your arsenal to higher quality radios. That's it, guys. I think that is the real deal with the Chinese radios.